Too kind. Well, here we are. Absolutely thrilled to be here in Glasgow for the BAFTA Scotland Awards to celebrate the brilliant achievements and unique creativity of Scotland's screen industries over the past year. A very warm welcome to our esteemed nominees and guests in the room. Look at you all. Amazing. I'm not sure if it's the outfits or the lighting, but either way, we've done exceptional tonight, so give yourselves a round of applause. I'd like to say a big hello and welcome to our viewers, wherever you are watching. Thank you so much for joining us, and also sending huge thanks for voting in your thousands for the Audience Award. The votes have been counted, and we'll announce your favourite Scot on screen for this very impressive shortlist. Abby Cook, Richard Gadd, Ncuti Gatwa, Jack Loudon, Ashley Storey, and David Tennant. Good luck, everybody. We'll also be honouring 3 exceptional Scots for their outstanding contribution to our industry. Writer, curator, producer, and true cinephile Linda Miles. A BAFTA award-winning casting director, Des Hamilton. And a national treasure, a pioneer and the face of sport on our tellies, the fabulous, the great Hazel Irvine! But before we hand out trophies, what else has been happening? What's been going on? Well, on the BBC, Rebus swaggered back onto our screens with Richard Rankin in the title role, who has swaggered into the room to join us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he has. Here he is. Night Sleeper took us on a nail-biting train ride with a big Scottish cast, including Sharon Small and Lois Jemimba, both here with us tonight. Tell you what, though, that run of shame, I'm sure loads of you have done it, to the toilet in the middle of the night, it's now more terrifying than usual. Absolutely terrifying. STV thriller Criminal Record starring Peter Capaldi launched globally on Apple TV, and Sidestepping Truth Quiz Bridge of Lies returned. Now, Alan Cumming could be with us here tonight. He's no doubt enjoying another cocktail aboard Channel 4's Scotland's poshest trains. And speaking of Channel 4, they supported a fantastic new Scottish TV drama writer scheme in partnership with Screen Scotland. And Screen Scotland supported the post-production and visual effects sector, attracting huge projects like the likes of HBO's The Penguin. Coming down the line, a stellar cast including, I should say, Kelly MacDonald and Shirley Henderson, who's in the room with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, began working on Netflix's Department Q. Hollywood director Guillermo del Toro rolled cameras on Frankenstein, and literally round the corner, Edgar Wright's been filming his remake of The Running Man, featuring Hollywood A-lister Glenn Powell. Succession's Brian Cox made his directorial debut on Glenrothen, and James McAvoy has been seen out and about, filming his first film, California Schemin'. Filming wrapped on the final season of Outlander, I know, which I have to say has been an absolute game changer in Scotland. It championed hundreds of trainees, improved Scotland's production infrastructure and boosted tourism. But fans needn't be too devastated, as the prequel, Blood of My Blood, will soon be upon us. And we're very excited that key cast Harriet Slater and Jamie Roy join us this evening. Thank you so much for being here. Stirling's new studio has already housed Sky's Lockerbie, A Search for Truth, due to hit our screens early in 2025, as is Prime Video's The Rig 2. Glasgow Film Festival celebrated its 20th anniversary. Congratulations! With record audiences, and closed with the documentary Janie, following the life of the indomitable Janie Godley. Let's just take a moment to remember Janie's fearless wit, and character, along with absent friends, including Liam McCardle, Brian McCarty, Simon Carlisle, and many, many others commemorated in the BAFTA Scotland programme. Let's give them all a round of applause. The reborn Edinburgh International Film Festival opened with the premiere of the fantastic Outrun, produced by Saoirse Ronan and Jack Loudon, and Jack and Aftersun director Charlotte Wells were announced as the inaugural patrons of the Edinburgh Film House, which signed a 25-year lease after reaching its crowd-funding target. Such great news. Huge thanks to everybody who got behind that. It's so great to hear. Now, whilst we take a breath and just take all that in, here's a look at the talent that we are going to recognise tonight at BAFTA Scotland.
Welcome to Glasgow's Kelvin Hall and welcome to Grandstand. And looking at that, the Squinty Bridge, and in fact that's our first Ouija word of the day.
If you think Jekyll your friend,
We did it!
Yes!
I could crush you under my boot like a stray dog.
Save it for the second date.
It won't always be like this.
Keep cool, brother.
Yeah, I like wearing rubber and PVC.
I still think we should be seeing that on national television, Rob.
These are the things I'll remember forever.
Wasn't like that. What was it like, Joe? Tell me, what was it like?
Take him to Missouri, man.
I've missed you.
One wrong move and boom.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sure you're very interested.
Every single one of us was arrested.
Doesn't work out, of course. I mean, he's a seal.
I don't know what to do.
You can do this. I'd never be able to steep a bra in that.
I was just building them up. Shall we see how they did?
So, before we get this show on the road, a word of warning on speeches. Say your thank yous, absolutely, but I will be keeping a check on the clock. I am more and willing and ready, cheerily but firmly, to guide you off stage. If you do overstay, you're welcome. Just a word of warning. Right then, our first award this evening is for single documentary. Presenting is a BAFTA-nominated actor that we've seen this year in a show nominated across several categories, and rightly so. BBC Scotland's Dinosaur. Please give a huge welcome. It's a pleasure to have him here, the wonderful David Carlisle.
Hello, everyone. It's an honour to present this award. I truly love documentaries. And these fascinating documentaries take us to the heart of Scottish sporting dynasty, inside a disturbing story of our times and back in time to a community struggling for survival. Let's take a look at the nominations.
Single documentary. Ailish McCall, Running in the Family. but just keep on chipping away, just ignore it and just focus on yourself and just think, well, if I just keep getting better, one day, just one day, I might be as good as my mum. So it was just a very, very special moment. That you've done it.
Liar, the fake grooming scandal.
Well, how? You tell me.
Self-inflicted.
Are you having a laugh?
People go to prison for making false allegations.
I know. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to be that girl that cries rape. I'm not that person. I'm not that person.
I'll go off the bus and sit down in the middle of the road. There's no way on earth they can arrest us all.
Strike, the village that fought back.
Nearly 300 miners were arrested this morning as Scottish police changed their tactics.
Every single one of us was arrested.
300 men sitting in the road. They lifted us all.
And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Liar, the fake grooming scandal.
It goes here, doesn't it? Okay. Nervous. Thank you so much. And a lot of amazing people put a huge amount of work into this, not least Emma Stewart, Audrey Colgan, and a whole host of other people. Maxine, Irena, Robin, Jason, loads of people, the whole team at Firecrest Films, of course, especially Ian and Nicole, who has spent a long time basically pursuing the story, and it was a privilege to work on it myself. Obviously the BBC and Jan, whose support was incredible all the way through. It was a very difficult, hugely sensitive story to tell, and really it wouldn't have been possible to really do that without the people who bravely spoke about it, and we are hugely indebted to the police, who really put their trust in us to do that, and Caitlin and Evan, who featured in the film. This is really for them, so thank you very much. I haven't forgotten anyone, have I? Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks so much. Thank you.
Right then. Okay, we're up and running. Cracking on with tonight's second award, which is honouring outstanding work in entertainment. Presenting the award, two Scots who know about delivering entertainment, a presenter who you'll recognise from the ever-popular A Place in the Sun, and an actor at the heart of all the drama, according to my mum, in Emmerdale. Please welcome Danny Menzies and Lawrence Robb.
Entertainment. We all need it, but we're not necessarily into the same things, are we, Lawrence?
Absolutely not. Reality, music and poetry, a quiz and travel. Something for everyone. Let's everybody take a look.
Entertainment. The agency, unfiltered.
So would you do me the honour, if it's not too much bother, to stand by my side as I say I do, because I wouldn't want to do this without you.
Burns Night 2024. Richard Osman's House of Games.
Mallory.
Catch-22 in Vindaloo.
Oh, she's good. She's good.
Can you believe in my head I was trying to think what rhymes with Catch-21?
Oh, no.
Victory. Susan Coleman's Grand Day Out.
54 live bullocks on the upper deck were carrying meat on the hoof, and they are slaughtered as and when they are required.
Is that where that comes from? On the hoof?
Yeah.
These are the things I'll remember forever.
I get
so
them a lot.
they're carrying live cattle.
They carry live cattle, lots of beer, small beer, and each man will get about a gallon
Is that where
of
that
beer
comes
per
from?
day.
Small beer?
Small beer is
Andrew,
beer.
you're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. It's just small beer.
All great nominations. And the winner is...
The Agency Unfiltered.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm going to cry, but I know it makes good telly, so it's fine. I am absolutely thrilled to be accepting this award. Thank you so much to BAFTA. We are so honoured to have been recognised in such a competitive category. I'd like to thank Steve Allen and Louise Thornton, our commissioners at BBC Scotland, for believing in us that we could create a glamorous reality show based in Scotland and for championing it at every turn. I'd like to thank Mark Downey specifically and everyone at IWC that have been the backbone of creating this show. It has not been easy to essentially begin a new genre of television in Scotland, and Mark's support has been fundamental to the success of this show. I want to thank the whole team that make this show. They are a bunch of creative geniuses on every level, everyone as enthusiastic and passionate about this show as I am, which is so rare to find. I'm so thankful for all of you. I'd like to thank the development team at IWC, and particularly Connie Snedden, for coming up with the idea for the programme in the first place. Connie had the crazy idea that there could be some drama within an influencer agency, and boy, was she right. And if you thought Series 2 was dramatic, then just wait till you see Series 3. Finally, I want to thank Kirsten and Amy, everyone at Aquarius Creative, and all the influencers that let us into their lives. Thank you for being brave enough to allow cameras into your business and your homes. Thank you for opening up your personal lives and sharing your emotional struggles, even when you were afraid to. Thank you for being vulnerable and trusting us with your stories. I hope this makes it all worth it. Thank you.
Lovely stuff. Okay, getting a touch more serious now with the award for News and Current Affairs. To announce their winner, an in-demand presenter who often spends her Sunday afternoon keeping the pundits in check on Sky Sports. A round of applause for the hugely talented Ailey Barber.
Good evening, everyone. In an age when disinformation can spread so rapidly, the public service value of television news and current affairs has surely never been clearer. So let's take a look at the nominations.
News and Current Affairs. Catching a Killer, the murder of Emma Caldwell, Disclosure.
And everything that I have learned,
makes it clear that you are a sexually violent man
Not sexually violent
who has
man whatsoever.
raped women.
I've never raped any in my life.
And all the evidence that I've seen means that I think you've got a few hard questions to answer about the death of Emma Caldwell.
Not at all, I know nothing about it.
Did you kill Emma?
No, I never.
Her Majesty the Queen, the journey to London. Less for more.
Absolutely.
The truth about food prices, dispatches.
Because if what you're doing is budgeting, you are going without something. What you could buy last year, you can't buy this year. We know that people are actually having to make decisions between heating and eating. That's an awful place to be in 2023.
And the BAFTA Scotland Awards goes to Catching a Killer, the murder of Emma Caldwell.
Wow, goodness. I'll try and keep it brief. For those who don't know the story, this was an investigation into the murder of a young woman called Emma. It was unsolved. A man had come to me out of the blue looking for help. He was seeking compensation for the distress caused to him by the police when they'd questioned him and hundreds of other men for Emma's murder. I met with him many months. I agreed to investigate, little knowing that the killer that I was hunting was him. Thanks to the work of this incredible team. Thanks to the work of this incredible team, that man was arrested, charged, and in February he received 36 years for the murder of Emma. And 28 years for the brutal rape, sexual assaults, and abductions of 22 women. So thank you to Eamon O'Connor, who produced and directed this film, who's worked on this investigation tirelessly for 10 years. He has never given up. To Anton Ferry, the assistant producer, without whom I would not be standing here whole, thank you. Mona McAlinden, who was the other assistant producer who worked incredibly hard and just amazingly on this investigation, thank you. I can't even look at Shelley because it makes me cry, but Shelley Joffrey, my boss and editor, who believed in me when I went to her with something that I thought I had. She is the most incredible journalist, the most incredible editor. Thank you. I promise I'm nearly finished. And yes, and Ros there's a few. Ros McInnes, the lawyer who got this over the line, accusing somebody of murder when they are free is not easy. Thank you to Rosalind McInnes. Thank you to Paul Riley, Steve Horrocks, who shot this incredible film. Jim Allison, who is the film editor, who just did the most amazing job. Gary Smith, Steve Carson, who is no longer with us. Not dead. Not dead. Not dead. He's gone to RTE. Steve Carson, thank you for supporting this project. The BBC that continues to support investigative journalism, thank you so much, it's so important. My final thanks, thank you very much to the two incredibly brave police officers who stood up and spoke out all those years ago in defiance of senior officers and who were not listened to and who were not believed. But the biggest thanks goes to all the women who came to us and told us their stories and who stood up and spoke out, and we believed them when those whose job it was, who were being paid to protect these women, failed to do that, the police. It's thanks to those women that that man was convicted. So thank you to those women. Thank you.
Powerful stuff. Now, it's not an uncommon experience to see a new film and say to yourself, that was amazing, it's just a wee bit too long, just a wee bit. Not a problem with our next category for short film and animation. To present two up-and-coming talents, hot off the heels of success at Sundance Film Festival with the feature film Sebastian. Two co-stars making a big impact. Please put your hands together and welcome Hiftu Kasim and Rory Mollica.
Wow. Oh my God, hello.
Hello.
We have a lovely shortlist tonight consisting of 3 dramas and 1 documentary film.
And excitingly, all female directors. Let's take a look.
Woo!
Short film and animation.
The board, you know he could.
Black Wool.
Okay, love, but it's actually, it's uniform policy, so.
What is?
Well, we don't want anything at all distracting learning.
My hair.
Just try giving it a tie back. Straighten it even. I mean, you've a gorgeous face, Naomi. Let us see it.
Care.
So where are you from? Poland. Are you staying here for good? I'm not sure. Depends.
Friends on the outside.
I was just bothered. I'm telling my mate and then drying it out. Hey, look, this is what this has got. This has got these vitamins in it. How it sleeps. It's really cool. And then looking at me like, whoa, what the fuck is this dickhead going on about? I've been eating wheat again.
You land.
Is that your friend? You're my friend. Oh, is that a spot? Oh no, it's not ready.
No,
don't
it
you
is. I
dare.
can feel it. Okay.
Oh, I am going to put a curse on you as you sleep. You evil squirrel.
And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to...
Black Wool.
So I have a speech written down. I just want to thank. Oh my God, this is so nice. I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm due on my period soon. Anyway, I just want to thank Jack and Sophie, the most amazing producers ever. The funders Short Circuit, Screen Scotland, BFI, the most incredible crew, Andrew O'Connor, the most talented, kindest DOP there is, wonderful cast. Thank you, Anna Dawson, wherever you are. Oh, and Miriam. Miriam is just a force of nature, just the most incredible I'm so sorry. I know. Okay. Just the most incredible person, the most incredible actor. She's got a lot of stuff coming, good stuff. And, you know, my amazing family, especially my mum, my co-writer, my stylist, also my amazing sister, Ailey, my incredible brother, Luke, my flatmates for listening to all my stresses. Blackwell has been a story really close to my heart for years. Hair discrimination is a subgenre of racism that's often unspoken, and I believe the biggest trigger of change is empathy, and I hope Blackwell managed to achieve that. So, thank you. Thank you so much.
Amazing speech. I hope you're right in the feature. Yeah? We look forward to seeing the feature nominated in years to come, I hope. Right, it's time for the award for Factual series. To tell us the winner, we have two achieving young Scots, both presenting popular kids' TV shows from Blue Peter and Saturday Mashup. Please welcome Abby Cook and Shireen Cup-Kelvin.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to be here tonight with a BAFTA nominee as well.
Stop it. Yeah.
Very excited.
Absolute honour to be presenting this award. Now, the nominations in this category reflect Scottish passion, vitality and ambition.
Now, they cover modern, commercial and family life, a startling vision of national world and a deep dive into the national obsession with the gorgeous game. So, let's take a look at the nominees.
Factual series. Icons of football.
What does your husband think about you playing football? Sylvia, are you married?
No, I'm not. No.
Why did you choose football? I'm sure most girls would jump at the chance of marriage.
The fact that she carved her way through that, right in the middle of kind of deep sexist 70s, you know, we all survived the 70s.
Not your average family.
That's why we want to invest the money that we've made online into a real-life business venture. An inclusive beauty salon that caters to people like us.
We are not your average couple.
It's my belly button. Just, you can't swear.
And this is not your average family.
Two huge bulls scrap in the shallows.
Scotland, the new wild.
They're evenly matched, so could fight to the death.
All right, the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to... Oh, this is harder than I thought. There we go. Not Your Average Family!
Thank you so much. Shaking. Not Your Average Family is about a young couple trying to start a family and campaign for inclusivity against a backdrop of rising transphobia, othering and fear-mongering in the UK. Sorry, I haven't had a drink, so I'm really nervous. I'd like to dedicate this award to the protagonists Charlie and Lauren and to the wider LGBTQIA+ community. And to take this opportunity to draw attention to the terrifying winding back of human rights that we are witnessing before our very own eyes. Whether you're most appalled by the racism rising in our streets, by the US bans on abortion, by the widespread silencing of those who speak out against genocide, then it's essential that you understand that they are all connected. If you allow the marginalisation of one minority, you hold open the floodgates for the erosion of all hard-won rights, and who knows, it could be yours that they come for next. I make films to try to understand people and to find common ground in hopes that we can all live alongside each other equally and peacefully. Thank you to everyone who contributed to this film, including my brother, excellent editor, Tim Curry. Thank you, Louise Thornton, for believing in me from very early on. And thank you to a special mention to tireless trans ally Janie Godley, who was very helpful in promoting this film and who gave me my first BAFTA Scotland Award 5 years ago on this stage. She understood more than most that none of us have a claim on how other people live their lives. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Oh my God. I remember when she won her first BAFTA. It's so great, so brilliant. Fantastic storytellers. Next up, the award for writer, film, television. Because as we all know, it's all about the script, and the script. Hitchcock said that in kind of similar words, more or less. To reveal this year's winner, one of Scotland's most talented and successful screen performers, who will soon be seen in the reimagining of the literary mystery Miss Austen. Let's hear it for Sinead Carlson.
So these nominees have brought relationships to life in ways that have connected with audiences in this country and far, far beyond. Romance, obsession, and the love between two sisters are memorably explored in 3 extremely distinctive examples of screenwriting at its very best. Let's take a look at the nominations.
Writer, film, television in partnership with Screen Scotland. Matilda Curtis, Ashley Storey, Dinosaur.
Oh, Evie mentioned that you've got autism, which is obviously super cool.
Don't say it.
Autism is a superpower. A guy from uni had a bit of it, and he was on Countdown.
Did he win?
He died shortly after, but he did win a conundrum.
Richard Gadd, Baby Reindeer.
About 5 years earlier, I went to the Edinburgh Festival. It was always an ambition of mine to take a show there, to join the hustle and bustle of street performers and artists gambling their luck on a shot of fame. I knew I had to come here one day and take a chance myself. Writing, acting, comedy, whatever it took.
Nicole Taylor, One Day.
It won't always be like this.
Why wouldn't it? I was going to change it.
Time. And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Matilda Curtis and Ashley Storey, Dinosaur.
I think I might vomit. No, I'm good. Thank you so much for this prize. Oh, shit.
thank you, Matilda, for writing the pilot, and then I got cast in it, and then I became a telly writer. I was making videos on Facebook being Harry Potter, but shouting ball bag, and now we got BAFTA.
And thank you to everyone who saw yourself in Nina. This is for you. And thank you, Ashley, for being the most beautiful, incredible Nina that I could ever ask for. And you're so wonderful and talented. And thank you so much to BAFTA Scotland and for Sarah Hammond for really believing in this project. Thank you so much. And thank you to Nick, the love of my life.
And thank you, Ma.
Oh, right then. Now for the award for Actress Film. It is a huge thrill to tell you that presenting this award for us, an actor himself honoured by BAFTA Scotland for his compelling performance as D.I. Ray Lennox in Elvin Welsh's Crime. Television star, film star, but most importantly, above all of it, a fellow Fifer. Please welcome the brilliant Diggory Scott!
Well, hello. It's very nice to be here in front of these incredible people in this room. It's an honour to be back in Glasgow. The nominees include two huge and established talents whose place in the story of our cinema is already secure, and a performer fast making her mark on the screen. Let's see them at work.
Actress. Film. Shirley Henderson, The Trouble with Jessica.
You'd be sobbing if it was your story.
Call it protecting your children or whatever you like, but in the end, ultimately, it is just bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't ask to be put in this position. Jessica put us all in this position. And I'm sorry she felt she had to do what she did. What she did to us too. And I have to deal with this in the best way that I know how.
Safia Oakley Green, Out of Darkness.
Lita ut yelklesh.
Turifin turifta. Shalalut maman.
Tilda Swinton, The Eternal Daughter.
Darling, will you stop doing that? You must have enough photographs of me by now.
Well, I got you.
So there. What's in that bag, Mum? Oh, just things to go through.
Amazing. And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Sophia Oakley Green for Out of Darkness.
Hello. This is so cool. Thank you so much. Making this film was amazing. Ruth, Andrew, Oliver, thank you so much for believing in me and for writing this project and giving me an opportunity to do it. And thank you for everybody who was there at the Gairloch Hotel for 6 weeks. Thank you for all the great pints and all the great porridge in the morning. It was really wonderful. I learned how to act at this place in Notts called TV Workshop, and it's the coolest place ever, and we had a play season, and on the last page of the brochure, it would say the actors that had done well, and workshoppers win BAFTAs. So when I first saw that, I was like, okay, one day. And now I'm going to be there, so that's sick. So I'm honestly so glad. And thank you to my mum for making me go to workshop when I was 16. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I love you so much. Thanks.
So great. Right, in partnership with the Edinburgh International Film Festival and Screen Scotland, BAFTA Scotland celebrated the life and work of the legendary Linda Miles at a very special event in August. Mark Cousins and Susan Kemp, who have both made compelling documentaries under the banner The Linda Miles Project, encouraged her to spill the beans and presented her with the BAFTA Scotland Outstanding Award for Contribution to Film. Here's a wee taste of what occurred.
Outstanding contribution to film.
It's a real treat to welcome you all here this evening to celebrate the life and work of Linda Miles for her remarkable work in film production and her huge contribution to the cultural sector here in Scotland and beyond. Linda Miles not only blazed a trail for women filmmakers, curators and film lovers everywhere, she is a pioneering force in how we understand and appreciate filmmaking itself.
What we wanted the film festival to achieve was not a kind of casual thing. It was, we wanted to blow up the system. We were showing exploitation movies, we were showing a lot of music films. I just didn't want to accept any notion that they were films that should be taken less seriously than the traditional European art cinema.
Why did you want to get into production?
It started when Sean Connery rang up and said he was going to do this film about Edinburgh.
As a schoolboy growing up in Edinburgh, I delivered milk here, Fettes College.
I didn't realise then what production was like. Because Sean was involved, we got the budget we wanted. The Queen gave us Hollywood Palace, which she never normally does. We had the Fire Brigade, Edinburgh Police. I mean, it was, I thought, producing is great, you know, this is, do more of this. And then I discovered it's not quite as wonderful.
I'd like to see more hooligans in the cinema. I mean, let the hooligans loose.
Jesus. All she needs is a wash and a shave under the armpits. Can I have your autograph?
Vernon was found dead this morning.
Linda Miles is remarkable. She produced one of my favourite movies I've ever had my name on, the Defence of the Realm.
Oh, come on. It's not the first time you've had a story spiked. You just got to walk away from it.
We met in March 1987 the first time to discuss the possibility of making a film, my first novel, The Commitments.
Do you want to be in a band? What?
And I remember vividly walking away from that meeting and thinking to myself, I might have met a new friend there. And I was right. What I didn't realise was that I'd also met a great teacher.
Who are your influences? Barry Manilow?
Quite soon after we first met, I suggested quite tentatively that Edinburgh could host the first festival of films made by women. She immediately embraced the idea, and with her characteristic mixture of personal enthusiasm and her knowledge and love of cinema, we pulled it off.
Linda, I adore you. You're a very, very special woman, and I couldn't be happier that that is being recognised tonight. Have a great evening.
Now, let's pat ourselves on the back for a job well done.
You're a sentinel figure. You have inspired so many of us in this room. We're so grateful for everything that you've done.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. But
I'm very, very touched and honoured to have this. Thank you.
I'm delighted to say that Linda is with us this evening. Linda, you have to stand up and take a bow, please. Huge round of applause, please, for Linda. Congratulations. Now we move on to features, the type of television that turns subjects we can all relate to into consistently enjoyable TV. Presenting the award, a judge from Scotland's Home of the Year and last year's winner in this very category for designing the Hebrides. Please welcome back Banjo Beale.
Hello. This is a category that offers a taste of life as we know it and love it, or maybe how we'd like it to be. From getting away from it all to finding the ideal home and the decisions we all face standing in front of the supermarket shelves. Three queens stand before me. And Phil Spencer. Let's take a look at the nominations.
Features. Extraordinary Escapes with Sandy Toxvig.
Let's talk about you. Are you going to do some cooking in a minute?
I am, yes.
Sandy's making soda bread. Let's hope we don't all end up dead. She's got other skills apart from baking, like
Faking.
chatting and faking and comedy.
Every woman needs to know how to fake.
Fake.
Location, location, location.
Come and sit down. What did she say?
She said that of the 8 properties she'd seen, it was maybe 4 or 5 in the list.
Okay, that's not so good. She wants a pretty house. I
know,
totally get that, but she also
walked up
needs
to
an
this
awful
house
lot
and
of
looked
things.
disappointed, and you have to see that.
Secrets of the supermarket own brands.
Yeah, well, would you be interested to know that actually they're both the same ice cream?
Pardon? This is the same ice cream.
Don't taste the same. Now you know that, what do you now think?
I feel like I've been stitched up.
That's fair enough. You've been stitched up.
We're very good at this.
Yeah.
And the BAFTA Scotland goes to Extraordinary Escapes with Sandy Toxvig.
Oh, I was dreading this, which is not the right thing to say. I'm really, really, really grateful. And to get it from such a fan. Anyway, thank you, BAFTA Scotland. Amazing, great taste. Sorry, Kirsty, love you. We'll just carry on. The privilege of making this show is the chance to work with these amazing women who are just breathtaking, to be the ones on camera and the ones behind. They're amazing. And us boys, of which there are a few, we just sort of follow them around a little bit. The show itself, we go to extraordinary places, and the landscape is beautiful. The buildings, the property porn is just breathtaking. That in itself seems like it's worth it. But then we've got Sandy, too, who just throws herself into everything, including the freezing North Atlantic when you don't want her to. Isn't that right, Doon? Yes. And that leads me on to our guests, who are also just extraordinary women, and Doon McKeegan, who's also nominated, was amazing, so thank you. I think you're part of this. The whole show wouldn't happen without support from Deborah Dunnett and Joe Street at Channel 4, who are just amazing. So thank you for helping us make an amazing show. And that's it. Thank you. Amazing.
The award for Actress Television is next, one which in recent times has gone to the likes of Phyllis Logan, Kelly MacDonald, and the late and much missed Glenda Jackson. To present, an actor from Outlander and Bridgerton, joined by another from the Bridgerton cohort, who left a lasting impression as a smooth and chilling villain in the reboot of Rebus. Please welcome Chris Fulton and Nuf Uslam.
Good evening, everyone. 4 exceptional performances tonight, 2 in a comedy that's become a bit of a national institution.
Another showcases the talents of a rising star, and a 4th brings an enigmatic and light touch to solving murders in Scottish waters.
Let's take a look.
Actress, television. Doon McKeegan, Two Doors Down.
Not true. I wanted to come home. I've missed you. I've missed all of you.
Really?
Well, not him. He's a little fucking snake.
Elaine C. Smith,
I'd never
Two Doors Down.
steep a bra in that.
Right, well, should we go back and look at the Farnborough again? At least you like the flush on that.
Oh, aye, I did. It had a nice feel to it. Mind you, there was that cheap plastic seat. I can just see that getting stuck to the back of my legs in the summer months.
Ashley Story, Dinosaur.
Oh, we haven't displayed any human remains in the museum since 1999. We did have this Iron Age skull, but it turned out to be a counterfeit. It was a man from Edinburgh whose grave had been robbed. His children sued the museum, and that's why we can't afford a CT scanner, but I don't see what the big deal is, because, you know, death is death.
Nicola
Doesn't work
Walker,
out, of course. I mean,
Annika.
Seal. But when he finds out he has a child, he steals it from the mother and goes away to sea, where they both end up getting shot. I guess that one is about children.
And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Doon McKeegan, Two Doors Down. Seal.
It just says here, please speak up, Tar. I don't think Kathy needs to be told to speak up. Oh my goodness. That is a huge, oh God. Okay, thank you, BAFTA. Thank you, BBC. Thank you, amazing cast and crew. We've been together 9 years, filming in a shed in Dumbarton that we affectionately call the Gulag. Not very glamorous. So this is dedicated to the amazing writer Simon Carlyle, who's sadly no longer with us, but it's one of the great joys of my career to make him laugh, as he made me laugh every day. And he would be very pleased to know that I'll be celebrating in Kathy style later, visiting all your tables uninvited, kissing all the gays and stealing the wine. And I'll see you when let's all get shit-faced. Get it up, you Glasgow!
Okay, we come now to BAFTA Scotland, honouring an exceptional career that's So far, because it's still going strong. The award for Outstanding Contribution to Craft has recognised a leading name in everything from makeup to wildlife cinematography, from visual effects to production design. To tell us more about this year's most deserving recipient, we're joined by a native of Glasgow who's played the Shelby brothers' scheming father in Peaky Blinders, graced major TV series like Son of Anarchy, and continues countless Hollywood films, including Gladiator and the recent crime thriller Sleeping Dogs. Please welcome the remarkable Tommy Flanagan.
Evening. It's a pleasure and an honour to present this award to the big fella. And let's roll the tape and see what he's done. No?
Outstanding Contribution to Craft in memory of Robert McCann.
We wish you all the best for this prize. You helped me so much in some dire straits, and I'm so happy that I have met you with Suzanne one day in the Gare de l'Est.
Hi Des, I love you, and just wanted to say congratulations on the BAFTA. So well deserved.
Let me tell you about Des. So when I was casting for Sully, Top Boy, he told me that he really wanted it to be me, but the director still needed to see if I could lose it. So before casting for like the 4th time, he pulled me aside and said, Kane, I'm a strong lad, I'm a big boy, plus anything in my office is replaceable. Then we walked into that room and the rest was history.
I love you and you're brilliant, and I'm very, very proud of what you're receiving this evening, and here's to you.
It's been 20 years nearly since I charged you that £5 for the audition for This Is England. And honestly, there isn't a day go by where I'm not thankful for you, Shane Meadows, all those people that took a chance on such an unlikely kid.
Do I have to go home now?
What?
Go home now?
Yeah, do whatever you like.
All right, mate.
See you later, Auntie.
See you later.
Do you want a hand with the door?
That's all right.
That's not a bad resume for a boy from Govan Hill. Des, it's an honour to present this to you, pal. Come and get it, son.
Thank you. Thank you, BAFTA. Thanks, Tommy. I appreciate it. I've got to say thanks to Lon Ramsey for giving me the opportunity to work in casting, and to Gillian Berry, who was very supportive and gave me a lot of great advice when I started. And along the way, I've been very fortunate to work with alongside some great casting directors. Kimberly O'Neill, Laura Manring, our own Callan Crawford. It's been a joy and I work with a great team, our offices here and down there. And Cousin Mo, Ella, Staffy, Josephine, and Alan Jones, who'd worked with me for 13 years. In her own words, you get less for murder. So, and yeah, it's just, I'm kind of floundering. Is there a world where my mum could come up here? Ethan, bring your granny up. Ethan, bring your granny up. Yeah. This is fantastic, but nothing to me is like my mother. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Oh, aren't mums the best? Yeah? I've got mine here too. Amazing. Congratulations, Des. Wonderful. Right then, now here's the question. What do Paul Strength and Honor, Mescal, Jack Loudon, Peter Mullen, James McAvoy have in common in BAFTA Scotland context? Anyone? No? Okay. Yeah! They have all been honoured in our next category, Actor Film. To tell us who will be joining that distinguished company, an actress who won a BAFTA Scotland Awards for her work on the incredible Philomena. Joined by last year's winner of Actress Film for the brilliant Blue Jean, please welcome Sophie Kennedy-Clark and Lucy Halliday.
Everyone. Hiya. I want to say I think all the nominees this evening are like really cool. So like if any of you want to go bowling, just like let me know. Okay.
Okay. Don't expect too many laughs from these three memorable performances nominated this year.
Instead, these actors have delivered tension and terror all the way from the Stone Age to a modern psychological thriller via a timeless piece of horror. Let's see them at work.
Actor. Film. Lorne MacDonald. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Lanyon, perhaps someday you may face it. There comes a moment when you must either step up or step away. I simply stepped up.
It may very well step up. You may even jump or vault, my friend, but you will always be Utterson.
Stephen McMillan. The Lesson.
Nothing can grow around him. My father never raised us. He just made us sick.
How?
Not caring is worse than cruelty. What his son wanted was his approval, and he couldn't give it.
Kit Young. Out of Darkness.
Chana Pafse. Kank in Lifsin Qan.
The BAFTA Scotland Award goes to
Kit Young, Out of Darkness.
What? Was not expecting that. That's got some weight to it. Oh, thank you. I haven't even had the chance to even say hello to my fellow nominees. I want to find you at some point and say hello. Hi. I wasn't expecting this at all. This film has been one of the great kind of privileges of my life, working career. I come from theatre and find it really hard to read screenplays. This was the first screenplay I was able to read beginning to end without putting it down. I'm going to go straight into the thank yous. Thank you to BAFTA, thank you to Scotland. Thank you to my cast, Safi, Chuku, Yola, Arno, Luna. This is for everyone. Thanks for trusting me, because I trusted all of you. We went through a lot together. We shot this film in 5 weeks, and we had to make up a language, or learn a made-up language. Only 6 people on the planet speak it. It's very useful. And really, I just want to say, as much as I say thank you for trusting me, to those guys, I want to say thank you to Andrew, our director. I want to say thank you to Ruth, to Oliver, to Wendy, to Ben, to all you guys. Thank you for giving me a chance. And my mum's here. Come on. I want to say thank you to Leah and Lizzie, my agent, that my mum is here, and I know that my dad and my 2 younger sisters, Hannah and Olivia, are watching. And like, we did this. We did this. So thank you. See you soon.
Right then, at this point, we should mention that this ceremony is officially an Albert Sustainable production. Who's Albert? I know a lot of you are wondering. Well, it's a title which recognises the efforts made to minimise the event's carbon footprint. STV continues its annual Sustainable Scotland Week initiative that aims to inspire viewers to live more sustainably. Our very own Hazel Irvin served on the BAFTA Albert Sports Consortium, guiding a strategy to inspire, educate and change behaviours in the sports broadcasting industry. I'm doing my bit. These earrings were made from old scripts from 2 Doors Down. Comedy gold. Hey! I am here all night, everybody. Right then, we are more than 2/3 of the way through. Please don't break out the emergency rations or the distress flares just yet. Hang in there. We can do this. We've reached the award for television scripted. Oh, yes. To announce the winner, an actress known for Sex Education and The Nest. Some fans in the corner there. And also joining the A-list cast of forthcoming period drama Miss Austen. Please welcome Min and Mac.
Hello, it is so magic to be here. Tonight's nominees suggest we are in a golden age of Scottish television drama. They take us from life in the big city to small-town drama to solving crimes off the mainland and proving that that remains a huge premise to pull in huge, huge audiences. And let's take a look.
Television scripted.
Says if you two didn't have each other, she'd have a face tattoo and you'd be wearing the same outfit every day like a cartoon character.
Dinosaur.
She would look good with a face tattoo. Thank you, Paul. I know that I say I need Evie, but I need you too. I can see your testicles. Made you look.
Bastard.
Float.
I'm really loving it.
Chuffed for you.
Thanks.
So,
Oi, oi, pal. Want to the barky?
You're his double, you know.
Shetland.
Calder. Took me a moment there. You know who this is? It's Ruth Calder, Reverend Calder's daughter.
You were a few years above me at school.
And now she's a policewoman.
Detective Inspector.
Who would have seen that coming, eh?
The BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Float.
Oh my God. Can I just say, sending one up to my mum, because all of these mum conversations are killing me. So thank you, Mummy. BAFTA, amazing, amazing. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Thank you, BAFTA. Thank you, the jury. I'm Arabella. I'm the exec of this show and the director. And this is such an honour. These awards are so hard won, aren't they, everyone? So hard won. Team Dinosaur, Shetland. It's wonderful to be nominated beside you. Congratulations to all your teams. You did stellar, stellar work. Often Kieran, my husband, life partner, you all know him, head of production, always puts his head in his hands when I come in and I say, I've got an idea, we've got a project, and he goes, has she got the money? So I coaxed him that Float was definitely worth making. And he could see past our lack of money that the show were stories, Scottish stories that hadn't been told for a younger demographic, and also, really importantly, for the next generation of talent. So thank you so much, BBC Scotland, Louise and Gavin for the commission and support, and also Screen Scotland. I also particularly want to thank Dawn Hill in the BBC Press Department. Honestly, she got behind our show and she was a huge advocate for this tiny, tiny show with journalists. Libby at The Guardian, Kate Adams, Brian Ferguson, you've all been tremendously supportive. Without those well-positioned articles, a tiny show like Float could have just sunk. And I just want to say, Float is an example of what a training initiative like BBC Writers' Room, can deliver. Most of our team are brand new to their roles. The hugely talented Steph Smith, I hope you're all hiring her, who created Float, was writing for TV for the first time, and Bjorn Hansen, who stepped up. He stepped up from being my PA to produce Float, and he's now a fully fledged prime-time drama producer. So amazing. And these brilliant actresses, Hannah and Jess, who play Jade and Colette. Amazing. I hope that you're all hiring them because they are absolutely extraordinary and they are going on to prime-time drama roles as well. I was directing for the first time. It's a dream I've had for years, and believe me, it's just a start. So, being a producer has never been harder in today's market, and these training grounds in the UK are being lost and they're being swept away in the vulnerable days of our BBC. Today, a tiny show like Float, a true underdog, winning this BAFTA is another marker of how important these are. Thank you so much, Commissioners, Black Camel and BAFTA, and I'm just going to let Steph say a few words about how important this is.
I'll do some live editing and keep it quick. I'd like to second what Arabella said about the cast and the crew. These guys are the heartbeats of the team. Making telly is a true team sport, and I'm so glad they're on my team and they were up for a second round. I'd like to thank the whole team of Black Camel, Arabella, who so beautifully directed it, Bjorn, who steered the ship, Nicola and Katie, who looked after the scripts, and Kieran, who balanced the budgets. Thank you so much. I'd like to send my congratulations to the fellow nominees, Team Dinosaur, Team Shetland. It's very cool to share screenshots with you. I think it's worth highlighting that all 3 series were fronted by not 1, but 2 women. It's amazing. I think it's almost like women have interesting stories to tell. I know some of you are already doing the work, but it's our collective responsibility to ensure we increase the diversity of stories we are telling. I think there is a fear that people won't watch, but what I will say as a fact is people can't watch what isn't made. Finally, if you could indulge me in a personal thanks, I'd like to thank my agent, Davina, who's had my back since the start, my partner, Jess, who I love very much, and Paul and Sheila Smith, also known as Mum and Dad, who had my back from the very, very start. I love you guys.
Thank you, thank you.
So much. Congratulations. Okay, the next category is actor television. Brian Cox, Dougray Scott, Ncuti Gatwa and Mark Bonner are among those who have this one already on their mantelpiece. And to tell us, here we go, to tell us who'll be joining that list, 2 actresses who have helped keep the nation on the edge this autumn in the hit drama Night Sleeper. Please welcome Lois Chimimba and Sharon Small.
Standout performances featuring a right royal hit and a drama steeped in the challenges of family life.
And a visit to Scotland that won't do a great deal for the tourist industry. And a show that became an international phenomenon. Let's take a look.
Actor, television.
Does she know about us?
Khalid Abdallah, The Crown.
I thought I might fly to LA when you go to Bosnia. I'm tired.
That's brave.
Not as brave as flying to Bosnia and walking in fields of landmines.
Richard Gadd,
Look.
Baby Reindeer.
Okay? The police are aware of the situation. Just give him a call, get him down here. He'll be over soon, all right? I promise. It's all right. I'll get it.
Is that you, Reindeer?
But really, he was just some local guy.
Daniel Portman, Loch Henry, Black Mirror.
Holding up to that.
I haven't got your storytelling instincts. You tell it.
Look, you spoke of it now.
No, not the end bit with your dad.
What end bit with your dad?
Can I just start from the beginning?
Just you pretend you don't know the murder stuff yet.
Sure.
David Tennant, There She Goes.
No. No. Don't hurt yourself. You mustn't hurt yourself. Rosie, no, don't hurt yourself. Hurt me instead. Please hurt me. Please hurt me.
And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to David Tennant. Unfortunately, Unfortunately, David cannot be with us this evening, but we will ensure this award gets them safely.
I'm so not getting it to remember.
Wave, David Tennant.
Now the award for Director Factual, presented by a journalist who this summer signed off from the presenter's chair on Newsnight after more than 30 years, but who is already bringing her passion and insight to presenting Radio 4's flagship art show, Front Row from Scotland. Give it up for the living legend that is Kirsty Ward.
Challenging, ambitious, revealing, adjectives which describe the work of these outstanding projects, whether in feature-length films or multi-part series. Let's have a look.
Director, Factual. Ella Glendinning. Is there anybody out there?
I'm used to picking myself up and dusting myself off. I've found ways to celebrate my freakishness. But still, that feeling of being the only one in the room, it's all I know.
Kevin MacDonald. High and Low, John Galliano. Matt Pinder. Murder Trial, the disappearance of Rennie and Andrew McRae.
Is a gross overreaction so grotesque as to be absurd.
It's a deceit. It's a deceit in the wake of death, I suggest.
Members of the jury, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes.
What is the verdict in respect of the accused William David McDowell as libelled?
And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Kevin MacDonald, High and Low, John Galliano. Unfortunately, Kevin cannot be with us this evening, but we will ensure this award gets to them safely. Thank you very much indeed.
Time now for the award for Director Fiction. To reveal the result, a two-time BAFTA Scotland Actress nominee who's been brilliant in the brutal, backstabbing drama industry, and an actor who made a big impression as the swaggering, mercurial Edinburgh detective in a fresh take on Rebus. Please welcome Freya Maver and Richard Rankin.
Hello. Wonderful to be here tonight. Great year for Scottish film and television. It's lovely to see so many people that I know, love and admire nominated, so congratulations to all the nominees. In the field of directing, we have on show some of the finest talent of the last year.
The nominees have captivated us with some classic horror, a delve into the world of espionage, and two distinct takes on contemporary Glasgow life. Let's take a look.
Director Fiction. Hope Dixon Leach, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
It's protecting. And I am not a nobody. I could crush you under my boot like a stray dog.
What are you doing here, Artisan? Why, do you think Jekyll your friend?
Save it for the second date.
Niamh McKeown, Dinosaur.
Is there a second date?
If you have the time.
I can make time.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Saul Metstein, Slow Horses.
Wait, Catherine, I didn't mean that. Ooh. Sorry. No, you're fine.
Adura on Achille, Girl.
The BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Saul Metstein for Slow Horses.
Yeah, thank you. Just to say, it's 22 years since I was last nominated, and if that's not a slow horse, I don't know what is. I'd just like to thank our amazing showrunner, Will Smith, who's not that Will Smith, just in case anyone's worried about it, and our Scottish producer, Jane Robertson, and all Apple TV Plus and all the hundreds of execs, some of whom I've met. I know everyone says they have the best crew in the entire world, and in this weird case, honestly, we had the best crew in the entire world. 104 days of nobody ever talking back to me. And finally, the amazing cast, actual legends, Gary Oldman, Kristen Scott Thomas, and Jonathan Price, and future Scottish legend, Jack Loudon, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Future Scottish legend, and I'm going to say it again, James Bond, it's got to be Jack Loudon, I'm going to say it. Anyway, once again, BAFTA Scotland has invited the most important people in our industry, the viewers, to the party. They have to have their say and name their favourite Scot on screen. Our next presenters have a couple of things in common. They both brighten our daytime screens, as they've both only just managed to get the last remnants of glitter from crevices they didn't even know they had from their respective stints on Strictly Come Dancing. Please welcome Poonam Christian and JJ Chalmers.
I love it. She's still got the moves. It's like 4 years ago for me, so it's all gone.
Oh, what an honour it is to be here tonight. And I think we can all agree what a fantastic list of 6 contenders across a wide range of genres.
Yeah, that are loved by audiences, the cream of Scottish talent in a brand new, intriguing, and time-bending shows, like The Great Doctor Who, of course. So let's take a look at them all in action.
Audience Award in partnership with Screen Scotland.
Keep blowing yourself down. I'm going to lock you off now. Okay. Yeah, please do. Oh no.
Abby Cook,
Hold on.
Blue Peter.
I've got the badge, and I've definitely earned this. We did it! Well done!
Richard Gadd, Baby Reindeer.
Oh yes, this is Beau. Beau is a painter by trade.
Hello, Beau.
And this is Sheila. But, oh God, sorry, I've forgotten what it is you do.
I'm a lawyer.
Ncuti Gatwa, Doctor Who.
Describe to me
what I'm standing on. Fairly sure I know, but details are important. I can't risk looking down. The sensors are on hair triggered.
Why hasn't it set off already when you stepped on it?
Impact activates the sensors. Now it's confirming if there's a live target on it. One wrong move and boom!
Jack Loudon,
I mean,
Slow Horses.
Look, obviously the person that's taken it, they've acted impulsively and they've regretted it.
Which one was it?
I don't know, Duffy. It was left on my desk with a note to return it to you.
Did you bring the note?
No. And you can't tell who it is from the note anyway.
No, obviously you can't.
You've got your diamond back. That's what's important.
Ashley Story, Dinosaur.
One time, and it is all I want to do. We have put our personalities in a box aside for you to impress this man. Now, if I can do it, and I'm literally autistic, then you can do it. You've got this. I can do this. You do this. I can do this. You can do this. There is nobody better at being fake in a social situation than you, babe. Thank you, that means a lot.
David Tennant, Doctor Who.
And you owe me one more game! I played the first game with one doctor. I played the second game with this doctor. Therefore, your own rules have decreed I play the third game with the next doctor.
Okay, the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Ashley Story for Dinosaur!
Two Doctor Who's, a slow horse, a blue Peter, and a baby reindeer. I think that it's safe to say I'm just the best at Facebook. This award was voted for by people and the people who watch our telly, and I just want to thank all the women on my Facebook. All the Isas, all the Sandras, all the Agneses and the Sengas, all the Tams and the Jims in Netherley. I'd like to thank my family on BBC Radio Scotland who listen in every Friday night from 10 o'clock till 1 in the morning. Get in touch via text 80295. And I'd really like to thank our dinosaur team. I don't know if making telly's meant to be like that, because I've never really done it before, and when you all talk about it, you make it seem awfully traumatic. But that was a delight, so I don't know what yous are doing wrong. Thank you, BBC Scotland, thank you, BBC Three, thank you, Hulu, thank you, Mada. And again, I've been coming here since I was 15 with my mummy. We snuck into our first BAFTAs. We went to the after party and a lady came up and said, "Who are you?" And my mum lied and said Elaine C. Smith, and she just went, "Okay." Thank you very much.
Oh, amazing. So great. Right, now the penultimate award for feature film. All set to name the winner are two stars who'd, well, they'd better be bracing themselves for the global acclaim, attention, and frankly, adoration that is surely coming their way. Please welcome, from the upcoming prequel from Outlander, Blood by Blood, Jamie Roy and Harriet Slater.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Hi everyone, wow, what an honour to be here and to present such an amazing award. Just one of the notable and exciting things about the 3 nominations is that they are all the work of first-time feature directors.
They take us into the challenges of modern motherhood, of coping with attitudes towards disability, and into prehistory. Let's take a look at the nominations.
Feature film.
Trust me.
Girl.
I am breathing the same air as you.
Always.
Having a non-disabled child, I don't have to face these sort of decisions.
Is there anybody out there?
No one wants to put their child through major surgery. You'd have to be really worried about the consequences of leaving them as they are.
Out of darkness.
هل ستجرب في السن؟
اوكي هيروني هنجافندا وجيل بتنشن
أنا رشوم شفارة شيبر فاسن تأسن برافن سوسو لاردس Pardas kinda.
And the BAFTA Scotland Award goes to Out of Darkness.
Ruth just said Scots first, so I'll take that. Jesus. Thank you to BAFTA Scotland. This is incredible. This is a 9-year journey that culminates tonight. I want to pay special tribute to the people on the stage. They gave up so much over those 9 years, and even during the shoot, they gave up 6 weeks without their families. They sacrificed so much. We all sweated spinal fluids together in a hotel in Gairloch to make this movie in some outrageous conditions. I love Scotland, but God, it doesn't make it easy. I want to thank Screen Scotland, specifically Isabel, Kieran and Leslie for having our backs from day one. I want to thank Elizabeth Grave at Stage 6 out in the States. She won't be watching, but she's there. I also want to thank the BFI, Kristen Irvin, who's no longer there, but she was a big champion of ours. I also want to thank Sam and Tilly and Dave Kaplan, who gave so much from the other side of the water as well. And finally, for me, I want to pay homage to our fellow nominees tonight. Every film, every show, everything we do is a miracle, especially in this climate we find ourselves in. We're all working miracles every day. And it hurts, and we don't get to see our family, but the creative joys and what we're able to do and how we're able to change lives is so fulfilling. So the next time one of you is cooking up a crazy idea and you're told, no, it's too ambitious, it's too niche, it's not going to work, nobody's going to fund it, tell them about the crazy Scottish caveman horror in a made-up language that won 3 BAFTAs. Mental. Thank you.
Sorry, I've got another mum to thank. My mum is also here. And I think as well as thanking everyone involved in the making of this film, I really want us to thank the people that support them, particularly the women who tend to be the ones at home keeping things together. I personally really want to thank my best friend Sadia and the love of my life, Dolores. And also I think it's amazing that the Emma Caldwell story has been awarded this evening. It is so important to keep telling stories about violence against women and girls, and in this film, all I wanted to do was to illustrate the story of when you mistreat women and children, it ends badly for everyone. So thank you very much for watching.
Right then, we've come to tonight's final award in the gift of BAFTA Scotland, and it recognises an outstanding contribution to television. This year, we honour a broadcaster who is not only a gifted professional, but a true trailblazer, someone who I've always admired and seen as an inspiration. To tell us why, please welcome a close colleague of tonight's recipient and one of the great sports commentators of our time, Andrew Cotter.
Right, we are the only thing keeping you from your dinner and more drinks, so this will be brief, but I mean, just a celebration of talent across. My dad was a TV director, producer, and I love the fact that the generations go on, the talent remains the same. It's as great as ever, just across all aspects of it. Highs and lows tonight. Thinking that Steve Carson had died, and then finding out that he's just gone to RTE, so emotional tonight. He's fine. When I was asked to present this award by none other than Hazel, if you didn't know it was Hazel, that's spoiler alert. I mean, it meant a great deal to me because she means a great deal to me, which I've never told her. I wait until I'm on a stage in front of hundreds of people and say it because we're one of those Scottish repressed men that buries things deep. But I've known Hazel as a colleague and a friend for 20, 25 years or so. But I think we all think we know Hazel because she's been on our screens for such a long time. Sorry, it's true. She started when she was 8 or 9, I think. It's fine. Alongside Arthur Montford and people like that. But we all feel we know Hazel because she is that familiar, reassuring presence when she broadcasts on anything and everything. And we'll see in a minute just how much she has done. But she's capable of that great deception that all great presenters are capable of. They make it look easy. But it's not, and I've seen behind the curtain, I've seen the work that goes into it, and everybody here in all aspects of the industry in film and television know that you have to have the skill, but you have to work, you really have to graft at it. So it's one thing to have the talent, it's another thing to work at it, and Hazel's been doing that for nearly 40 years or so, I'm sorry again, but nearly 40 years. Anyway, she does it with such warmth and skill and ease, or it looks like ease, but I know it's not easy. But let's just have a reminder of what Hazel has done over all those years.
Outstanding contribution to television.
Yes, these are games that have been 100 years in the making, and they are off and running. I think I have just about dried out. I spent virtually the entire evening last night at the ceremony with Andrew Cotter trying to keep dry under a see-through tarpaulin in the commentary position just down there. But you know, we wouldn't have missed it for the world. Football fans worldwide had heard about nothing else for 6 months. Finally, Italia 90 kicked off.
I remember the first day Hazel walked into my office, straight from university, all bouncing cheerful, looking for a start. There weren't as many women appearing on news and current affairs and sports programmes then as you'll see today. She looked and sounded a natural.
We are at Ayr Racecourse and we've been specially kitted out for the occasion today.
The rest, you might say, is a wee bit of television history.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's excited. We're excited. This is the Crucible final.
When Hazel was brought in at the helm of BBC Snooker, John Parrott and myself also joined the team, and after a couple of years of watching a master at work, the legendary floor manager Dave Bowden, once before the start of a live show, said to Hazel, "OK, Hazel, you'll be on the left there, standing there, and the Citrus Twins will be over there." And John and I asked, "Why are you calling us the Citrus Twins?" To which Dave Bowden said, "Well, Hazel does all the talking, and let's face it, lads, you just stand there like lemons."
Well, look, it's a long 17 days, guys, and I thought I'd bring you some food of champions just to keep you going.
Oh, brilliant.
Get Mark going, yes.
I've got a kebab.
Totally professional, always immaculate, always well rehearsed. Myself and Steve couldn't be in a safer pair of hands in the studio.
And one of the extraordinary moments at the Crucible today featured not a parrot this time, but a pigeon in the Crucible arena. How did it get a ticket? That's what we want to know.
Hi, Hazy Fantasy. Listen, I hope to see you soon. Congratulations on the BAFTA award. I was incredibly surprised that you got it, but only so because it's taken this long. It should have happened way before now.
Well, there's many an expert predicting big things for Zhao Jintong, and when it comes to expert opinion, there's nothing better than the words of wisdom, they paid me to say that, than the 13 times between the world champions, Mr. Davis and Mr. Henry.
Hazel, what a pleasure it has been working with you all these years. Absolutely fantastic. So happy for you, richly deserved. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see you soon at the snooker.
It's really building now because my friend Des Clark, who's a Scottish comedian here, he's doing a brilliant job of whipping everybody up into a frenzy.
Hi Hazel, I can't believe it's nearly 30 years since Atlanta. I learned so much from you back then, particularly in terms of preparing for a big event. Congratulations on this award, it's so well deserved. You're one of the very best in the business. Go well.
I shall leave you in the very capable hands of Gabby. There's still a lot of athletics and some fantastic track and field to come. Gabby.
Hazel, I'm going to be honest with you. This is my 8th take trying to get this right because the pressure is immense. You are the sports broadcaster's sports broadcaster.
It's been the last day of weightlifting in Tokyo today, and things are getting heavy, and I mean really heavy. It's the men's 109 kilo division, the big lads.
Hazel can basically present anything. It doesn't matter if it's taekwondo or figure skating, snooker or athletics or golf. Hazel will be thoroughly prepared. In fact, there is no one that does more prep than Hazel.
And funny enough, it was one of the closest bobs in history, that competition, wasn't it, Nicola? Because in only the second time in Olympic history, the 5 sleds going into the final run were all within a quarter of a second. Absolutely extraordinary.
She will devour a book of notes that might be that thick.
And the cameras are off, I am a snooker slav. And I know the nicknames and so on, and I have done all the way back since the days of John Spencer and John Pullman and early Pot Black.
Olympic athletes, and in particular Olympic medalists, are special people, but you have made them famous.
You have just watched the greatest ever 100 metres in history. What a privilege to see it.
By setting up their moments of glory in an elegant way, and then your kindly and happy interviews with them as they begin their celebrations.
And here is Tom Bosworth, and this will just give you an idea of the speed that this man walks.
It's been an absolute pleasure to work alongside you and to learn from you over the years. And the reason you're still going is because of, you're such a professional. And the respect that everyone has for you, I hope, is coming across tonight. 11
gold medals for his mum and dad now. Extraordinary. I wonder what they'll do with them all. Will he use them as bricks? Will he put them on the Christmas tree? I don't really know.
Coasters, maybe.
Coasters,
Yeah.
exactly.
Glasgow, 1967, the Lisbon Lions.
I'm not going to keep you, ladies and gentlemen, but I just wanted to let you know that this has been one of the greatest honours of my professional career. I've been in football for a long time, in sport for a long time, but actually having to dig underneath their stories and try to reveal a little bit of the social history and the context of this incredible achievement of the Lisbon Lions 50 years ago.
We're in a very stormy Sea of Japan on the flight deck of HMS Illustrious, our most modern aircraft carrier, and we're here to witness naval aviation firsthand.
The thing I love about Hazel is she is a massive sports fan, and she's utterly dedicated to making sports presentation as good as it can be.
For me, this has to be one of the most impressive sights in sport. 50,000 people have come by car, by train, the rich by helicopter, to witness the greatest ski race in the world. Don't you just love this? This is Sunday at the Ryder Cup.
Words I would use to describe Hazel.
A master of her job.
Utterly dedicated.
Passion for your work. Trailblazer. A great mentor.
Absolutely the GOAT.
This has been a ceremony like no other, in a time like no other. But it's been deeply moving and in the end a quietly beautiful affair.
You are so special and unique in what you do and how you do it.
Now, I know that Catherine is a massive favourite of Scottish tablet, which is a very, 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 very sweet treat. Have you got any? No, I'm sorry, I don't. But Zach Lee Green is a qualified dentist in case we need him and we have too much tablet.
Congratulations, Hazel. Well deserved.
For once, stunned into complete silence, Michael.
Richly deserved. Keep it going and look forward to seeing you soon.
You're wonderful, you're a great human, and you make us all laugh. Thank you so, so much for just being there as a standard that we can measure up against.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, that was a good party.
It was a great party. I really enjoyed it. I think we're going to have to rechristen our Kaylee Minogue after that.
Definitely. Very good. It has been an absolute privilege to work alongside you, to be your mate as well. And I just need to tell you how much we all admire you, how good you are, because I don't think you realise. You don't even realise the half of it, Hazel.
Thank you very much to Glasgow. Thank you very much to all of the athletes from all over the Commonwealth. And thank you to you for sharing these last 11 days with us. It's been a blast. Bye-bye.
She is, as so many have said, as Edith said, as you heard on the film there, she is a trailblazer. She is still on that trail, and I've loved working with her on so many things in the golf, in Rio, in Tokyo, and we will always, Hazel, have our time under the tarpaulin there in Paris. She is the one, the only Hazel Irvine. Outstanding contribution to television. Hazel.
Goodness me. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Edith. Thank you to BAFTA Scotland. Thank you to all of you for your indulgence this evening. I actually think that video has just set a new record for the number of TV sporting blondes in a 3-minute feature. Just to be clear, I am the short-haired Scottish one. Good evening. And what an amazing lineup in that video. Brilliant broadcasters and wonderful champions. I'm really just fortunate to know all of them, never mind to work and to learn from them. And in the case of Sir Chris that we saw there, a man we all adore and revere, and I just wonder if he would just indulge me a little bit, because he's just as courageous and honest now as he ever was when he was winning gold medals for Great Britain and Scotland. And I would like you to allow me to send him, and indeed Lady Sarah, our love and our strength and our admiration for everyone at BAFTA Scotland. And thank you to Andrew, fellow Anorak, for that introduction, which is just Mr. Cotter to a T. Witty, incredible use of language and fluency. You are the best in the business. This is a man who can make walking his Doug even sound like the most compelling of action sports. And it's very nice to share an evening with him in which we're not under pressure to remember the final nuances of Guam and Lesotho's middle prospects for any Olympic Games. But most especially, I would like to thank BAFTA Scotland and to its members for this amazing award. I understand this is the 20th year that this award's been given, and it's truly humbling and very surprising to join the list of individuals that I and you have admired for much of my life. And may I also say I'm really thrilled that this award highlights the role of broadcast sport in the film and television industry. For me, it's a massively influential part of our landscape, because my childhood love of sport was nurtured by watching it on the telly. Big matches, football and rugby, the Olympics, the World Cup, the Commonwealth Games. And I remember particularly being glued to the Munich Olympics as a 7-year-old in 1972. And it was an absolute light bulb moment in my life. I wanted to do that. But I wasn't fast enough over 100 hurdles, so I ended up here But, you know, not an event goes by where we interview a champion, a new champion, and they will cite who they watched on the telly winning the same medal 10 or 15 years earlier that has set them on the same path. And I just want to ask you, how powerful is that? Not just the messages coming from elite sport itself about dedication and excellence and teamwork, but the power of this industry to facilitate those messages as well as entertaining, of course, and informing us along the way. Because broadcast sport is pure, unscripted drama. It brings us together as a viewing community like very, very few other things do in our industry. Millions of us sharing something real in real time, live. And in our very complex lives, that is increasingly and vanishingly rare. Because in a way that I know drama and news we can consume at our leisure, there are appointments to view programs and series, but sport makes us feel something together at the same time, whether it's joy or disappointment or hope or pride. Just think of Eilish McColgan powering down that final straight in Birmingham, just like her mum had done 30 years earlier, or hiding behind the sofa when Rona Martin had that one stone left for glory, or the gut-churning reality of the defeat from the jaws of victory, big football game. Not this weekend, though, lads. Very well done. And to be able really to now tell those stories in real time as they unfold is the greatest thrill and privilege. And because you never know what is going to happen, as a presenter, you really do have to be prepared for anything. Hence, the big folders and the big notebooks in my case, as has been pointed out. Now, there have been an awful lot of changes in our landscape, in our corner of the broadcasting world, in the 30-plus years that I've been doing this. And Scotland, I'm very proud to say, has played a massive role in all of that. At my table, I am absolutely thrilled to welcome Mr. Russell Galbraith and his wife, Anne, beg your pardon, Mary, sorry, Mary. Now, Russell was my very first boss in television. He was head of sport in 1987 when he took me on as a very raw youngster. And I would really love to be able to say a huge thank you, Russell, to you for your part in allowing me to progress in this industry. But not just me, because this man is going to hide a light under the bushel here, because it was also Russell who gave Sally McNair her hugely influential chance in 1984, 40 years ago, when Sally became the first woman in the United Kingdom on a dedicated football channel, indeed on any regular sports programme in the country. She was the trailblazer, and indeed it was Russell who gave her chance. So Russell, thank you so much on behalf of everyone who's followed in her stead. Thank you. And may I say about Sally, it does actually prove the point. If you can see it, you can be it. And that was certainly my case. And many, many have followed in Sally's excellent stead since then. Through Russell, you're right, Andrew, I did get to work with the late, great Arthur Montford. And under the guidance of a wonderful editor, Andy Melvin, who's still as warm, cuddly and approachable as he ever was, by the way. They paired us up with Jim White, and they thumped some journalistic discipline into me over the next few years. Later, other fantastic operators like Rob McLean and Chick Young, oh yes, at the BBC. We had a lot of laughs and a hell of a lot I learned from them. Some of it even about journalism, actually. And I spent the first few years of those early years avoiding requests to be interviewed about being a woman in a man's world. That, frankly, was the very last thing I wanted to do. Indeed, I remember wearing hugely oversized trench coats at football grounds across the country for fear of being actually noticed, and sparking a chorus from the terraces of Hazel, Hazel, show us your notebooks. At least I think that's what they were chanting at the time. The good old days, eh? But really, it was only because of enlightened gentlemen and colleagues like Russell and Ken Cargill and Tom Connor at BBC Scotland, Jonathan Martin at the BBC, Graham Fry at IMG, that I earned these opportunities. And now, of course, I am not alone. Indeed, I would really like to pay tribute to the other Scottish women, colleagues and friends of mine, who have also played a big part in changing the landscape in broadcast sport. Not least Sally McNair herself, but also, wait for this, Alison Walker, Jill Douglas, Kelly Cates, Jane Lewis, Kirsty Gallagher, Ailey Barber, who's here tonight, Ailey, Lee Mackenzie. What a lineup from this country alone. It really is extraordinary, the talent that we've had here, both women and men. And in the wider UK, of course, you've seen Claire and you've seen Gabby Logan and Sue Barker and Ellie Oldroyd and Jeanette Quatchy and Sally Jones and Helen Rollison, the late Helen, and many, many more. Simply put, sports broadcasting now more broadly and equally reflects our society, and not just on screen, but also in the production teams as well. And that's obviously the way it should be. And we are telling stories about both men and women's professional sport, because the opportunities for everybody in sport professionally are far, far greater in number than they ever were in 1987. But very, very briefly, as you know, those of us in front of a camera are just cogs in a very big wheel. So I'd like to indulge myself again, if I may, because it's only once I'm ever going to get the chance to do this, to thank all of the wonderfully talented and creative people in all the superb production teams I've been lucky to work with, from major events to BBC Golf, featuring the wonderful Peter Alice and his friends, to my beloved snooker tribe with Ali Whitcover at the helm, and we've got John Parrott, Steve Davis, Stephen Hendry, the whole gang. I just cannot wait to see them at the UK Championship in York this weekend. 1:15, BBC One this Saturday, don't miss it. And finally, here is the tricky part. Thank you to my endlessly patient husband, our brilliant and resilient daughter. We are so proud of you, my darling. And to my mum and dad and my brother. Wonderful, kind brother and amazing mum and dad. My mum and dad have watched more hours than is healthy, I suspect, of snooker and golf and everything from canoe slalom to Greco-Roman wrestling in solidarity when I've been on the box. Dad is watching tonight. He's the sporty one who had me primed and ready on a start line from the age of 5 for the egg and spoon race, and it's just progressed ever since then. And my mum would really have enjoyed an evening like this. She was always the life and shining soul of any party. And I'm sure that wherever she is now, up there, she's got a whole gang of friends around her watching down on us and raising a glass to us. So, BAFTA Scotland, sincere thanks for recognising our corner of the industry. And my sincere thanks for honouring me as the representative of our corner of the industry. I am truly thrilled. Thank you very much.
Have a great night. Oh man, so good. She's so good. She's so good. Right, a massive thank you to everybody for watching at home. We really appreciate it. To our lovely presenters, partners and supporters. To all of you for attending to celebrate the finest in Scottish film and television. Congratulations to all of our winners and nominees. I have to say, and I'd love a huge round of applause, please, for Jude and her entire team, everybody working behind the scenes. They put so much work into tonight, but they put in so much work all year round to help so many of the people that you've seen on the screen tonight and putting together this beautiful, beautiful show. It is genuinely an honour to host this event. I've been and will continue to be Edith Bowman. You've been watching BAFTA Scotland 2024. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you next year. Thank you.